What is up, guys? Hope you guys are having a great day or night wherever you are. Look at this beautiful sunset. I'm not sure if you can see it through the trees here. It's been another wonderful summer day. It's actually quite chilly right now. I'm wearing my jacket and it's a little bit cold. It's been a real interesting past few weeks in terms of the weather. I mean, up here it was down to below 60 degrees for a little while. Definitely during the night below the 50s. It's just been crazy. Hopefully this winter will not be a repeat of last. That was absolutely ridiculous. But if that does happen, I definitely plan on getting a season pass for snowboarding. So wanted to make a snowboarding video. Obviously I'm not snowboarding right now. I mean, that's unfortunate, but yeah, so I started, I think I talked about my snowboarding experiences in some previous videos, but started snowboarding a couple of years ago, moving up to Massachusetts. I mean, that was the first time in my somewhat adult life that lived somewhere with consistent snowfall in the winter, so figured why not take advantage of it. I mean, there's not much else to do during the winter, right? You're just gonna sit around and watch Netflix all day, which actually isn't a bad idea because that's pretty much all I did last winter. But I remember when I first started snowboarding, oh my god, I was terrified. And it wasn't so much that, you know, it was at a high speed or I was afraid of making a fool out of myself. I was, honestly, it felt like I was gonna die. I mean, the whole time. It's just the sensation of just being at the edge of losing control. I hate that feeling. I fell on my butt so many times, got like bruised butt cheeks all over the place, but yeah, my number one fear is just having the experience when you're just about to fall over. You know, it's just such a horrible feeling for me, and I think, you know, if I psychoanalyze myself a little, probably stems from my controlling nature. I like to be in control of all things at all times, so yeah, feeling like you're about to crash, not fun. Not fun for most people, right? So for me, starting out, I think for a lot of people who ride regular, they tend to go to their toe side by default, right? And you face up the hill and whatnot. For me, I could not get the toe side lean down until like freaking months into the season. I would go down an entire hill just on the heel side, like zigzagging back and forth, doing the whole Christmas tree thing. Which they do teach you at some point. Oh, that's another good point. I never had any formal lessons, but you know, I didn't think you would really need formal lessons. I just took it real slow, and that worked for me. But I bet I would have learned a lot faster though if I had an actual instructor and I wasn't such a pansy about it. But the whole going down the mountain, and my biggest thing again was like the whole control thing, because, you know, going to toe side, it's just, you can't see what's under you. I need to see like what's under me in order to feel confident, pretty much, right? And then the first time I ever switched from heel side to toe side successfully, I felt so relieved. But then there's that immediate moment of terror when I zipped back around to my heel side and I was like, oh, gonna die. This is how I die. It's gonna bury me into the snow right here on the slopes. Put a little grave there. There's where Theocletian lies. My biggest technical problem when I was learning, besides the fact that like I couldn't do toe side at all, was that I just had so little confidence in myself. I mean, I was squatting down pretty much the whole time, which really wore out my legs like crazy. I mean, my legs would be like jello by the time we drove back. I mean, I just couldn't barely walk even. It was that bad. And it was, again, because I was squatting pretty much the whole time, too scared to stand more upright and pick up speed and stuff. The worst part is when the course actually levels out a little and you're not carrying enough momentum to push through the flatter areas, and you come to a dead stop, and then you have to push yourself the rest of the way or jump the rest of the way. That really tired me out. That was another big killer. So I'm sure a lot of you guys who have snowboarded in the past are like, oh my god, like, why were you that careful? Are you that scared of falling? And yeah, again, I was. You have to understand, I have an abject fear of heights. I mean, we're talking like every time I got on the freaking chairlift, this guy's going really, really slow, by the way. Every single time I got on the chairlift, I'd look down and see whether or not I would die if I fell from that particular point. And it's just, I hate heights. It's an innate fear of mine. It's never been addressed. I never want to challenge it. I'm like the worst contestant for fear factor, I swear. I'm afraid of heights, afraid of water, afraid of bugs. You name it, I'm probably afraid of it. But push through all of that, because you know what? Snowboarding is damn fun. This guy's going 33 miles an hour in a 40-mile-an-hour zone. This is just... So, this year, if it turns out to be a good snow season... Oh, there's a plate. If it turns out to be a good snow season, I'm definitely gonna go out to some larger hills, maybe some mountains. You know, I did what is it? One of those intermediate mile-long runs when I was in Utah. That was a ton of fun. But again, my legs were pretty much like, felt like someone had amputated my legs afterwards. But yeah. I'll take my GoPro out and put on a helmet and show you guys my mad snowboarding skills. You guys can laugh at me. Maybe I'll catch some unintentional air again and just face plant. That would be... I feel like that would definitely boost my video views, you know? You know, fat kid trips over himself snowboarding. Whatever. I have to think of a viral title for that. Alright, whoa, that was a dog. That scared the shit out of me. See you again. Just completely scared of everything. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for future videos.